It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. Listen up. Folks, here is the bullish outlook for crypto basic XRP. Pundits think that $5 is a realistic price for XRP. There seems to be some bullish emotion, so I'll just seem joyful. In my opinion, that is very reasonable. However, that is the anticipated peak price in this case. I'm going to tell you right from the start of the video that I have some thoughts about this. Because I'm not a chart guy, even though I won't dare to anticipate prices. I will be completely honest and say that I have no idea how the XRP price will move. Those are merely my strong preferences. This cycle's $5 XRP peak looks a bit low. I have to admit. Seems a tad low for a baby. Please let me know whether I'm completely insane about this. But I think it's a little bit low. Additionally, I received some news updates regarding the state of the cryptocurrency market as a whole, along with an intriguing XLM chart. XLM stands for Brilliant Lumens, of course. So, why am I bringing this up now? I think it's safe to say that by now you all know that XRP and XLM pretty much move in tandem. Plus, I think it's even then significant since XLM is trailing XRP. Although it's interesting to note that analysts are predicting that XLM will run at the same time as XRP. Is that just a coincidence? Even when there were factors influencing the price of XRP related to the SEC Ripple case, XLM clearly followed suit. Just so we're clear, I don't come from a financial family or anything. My counsel has nothing to do with money. Also, under no circumstances should you invest in or trade a product of okay. I'll admit it. I'm only an enthusiast who, for fun and as a pastime, enjoys creating YouTube videos about crypto-related subjects. On Saturday, March 23, 2020, at 2:54 a.m. Central Time, I am filming this video. There are 64,647 bitcoins for every 61.8 cents worth of XRP. In my last video, I provided a lot of information on what analysts are anticipating X or Bitcoin to do in the medium term, and so far, it has been moving sideways, up and down. Since all market segments react in unison, it is essential to the market as a whole. So, XRP is to Bitcoin, and I won't spend too much time on it in this video. Those interested in learning more can listen to my most recent Moon Limbo Hada Jam, because very little has changed on that front. At this point in time, it has likely been 9 hours since I uploaded that video. However, XRP is looking great at the moment. But even if you get what I'm saying, you might be asking, what the fuck? When you observe the movement of the US dollar's value, since XRP's 24-hour price drop is almost equivalent to Bitcoin's. You see? You have no idea. XRP BTC is something I'll get into further in a little. You ought to be gazing at that chart at this very now. Not to mention how great it looks. Also, it has for the past 2 weeks or more, on a scale from 0 to 100. This is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. So, greed is still a problem. They aren't particularly greedy, though. Accordingly, the headline here is completely absurd. Thank you, XRP Bullish Forecast Pundit, for predicting that $5 is doable for XRP. Jake, you've made a lot of progress with your 244,000 X followers. You're now one of many market observers who think XRP will reach $5 during this bull run. This perspective was expressed as part of a recent analysis by Good Gains that looked at the future price trajectories of different tokens, with a focus on XRP and other leading crypto projects up to 2025. Let me get this one thing out of the way. I'm glad to see that XRP is gaining traction in this raging market. I'm also glad to see that even someone I didn't know before, Jake, has a huge following. Well done, dude. He is so optimistic on XRP that he isn't even a member of the XRP community. Well, if you're thinking about investing $5 at the current price of XRP in USD, then, yeah, it's way higher. When you say less than a 2x return on XRP, I fail to understand how that might be possible. Record high, with a price rise of less than $2 at $5. Its peak is at that point. I'm sorry, but it seems like nothing captivates this guy. My polite disagreement is with you. I respectfully disagree, but I do value the aggressiveness. Am I to believe that this signals the beginning of a bull market for ants? If so, I don't see it happening. Furthermore, That is completely illogical. Whether you believe Bitcoin peaks at 120,000, 150,000, 175,000, or 200,000, if it does, then it will have surpassed $100,000, which, to be honest, most analysts appear to believe is an almost certain outcome. From what the expert can tell, it's going to be in the six figures. So, if Ethereum is going to experience a significant increase, say, $10,000 to $20,000, as many analysts are predicting, are you going to tell me what XRP does with less than a twofold increase from its all-time high, with that amount of money flowing through your entire crypto ecosystem? Because let's be honest, at that point, it's not about the fundamentals. The reasons XRP has remained in the top 10 coins by market cap for more than a decade are because folks like you and me care. Whoever knows anything about fundamentals is talking about the largest portions of the price bonds. Retail naivete. That is. This is where things get interesting for the Moon and Lamborghini. If you noticed, the reason I'm taking my money is because, what's that giant green candle? They won't be doing any study on this since they'll be afraid of missing out, FOMO, and will instead follow the money. That will, of course, include XRP. So, it was foolish to expect XRP to emerge in a more dominant manner. My polite disagreement is with you. Therefore, he does that. So I don't hold it against him. More and more people are warming up to super duper, and it's encouraging to see that he's positive on XRP. It seems unlikely that it wouldn't go much farther than that, though. Plus, that would be annoying for a bit. After all, we're all in this together. But I was considering my personal case, where I've already made it public that I intend to scale out anywhere from $5 to $8. But that's what I've been thinking. You start scaling a little bit around $5. Even if it's just like 5 or 6%. There may be situations where I hold on to some further out than that. Though, when it reaches $8, you should probably scale it up with the remaining amount. However, if it only climbs up to $5, and that's the true peak, which, in my opinion, would be an odd spot to stop, you might assume that it will simply achieve that and then fall. I think that's everything. I would have to sell all of my XRP if that were to happen, which would be terrible. I would sell a small portion of my XRP at that point, or at least that's where I would begin selling. Therefore, perhaps it would be around 6%. By the way, my reasoning for that, which I believe I've only brought up once or twice in the channel, is that it's around that price point that I would sell, maybe 5 or 6%. Could be $4, $50, who knows? Maybe a small amount. Since my average buying price is 25 cents, I can recoup my initial investment if I sell at or around that price point. So, if you're talking about selling at 5 or 6%, somewhere in that range. I did the math a long time ago and thought, yeah, okay, I guess that's reasonable. I can pay myself to break even after holding on to this stuff for nearly 6 years. I can provide an explanation for that. However, I would want to sell the most of it for a higher price, perhaps closer to $7 or such. However, the cryptocurrency market is quite dynamic and full of unknowns. Therefore, if I am already very wealthy from other sources, and XRP runs out at the end, I may be more willing to hold on to more for a longer period of time in the hopes of achieving greater prices. After all, it won't be nearly as crucial. The 40 digital currency I own. All right, if it were up to me, I'd demand a greater price. What if it doesn't materialize? That's totally fine. Still, increase your earnings in the event that it arrives. Therefore, it is as if it need it. A great deal of action is taking place. Therefore, we will see the outcome in that area. But $5, it feels somewhat ridiculous that I am merely stating that here. By the way, I just wanted to quickly note something. I have been covering a lot of topics from this analyst recently, and I don't think you need to read this article. The crypto basic XRP is going to soar against Bitcoin by 100% after having analysts their covering perspective. Therefore, I would prefer not to repeat everything. I should mention that I examined the XRP BTC pair even before I started filming this video. That's where our focus should be, in terms of the quantity of money streaming in. Where we are now with the XRP BTC pair is historically similar to the last two of market cycles when XRP just took off and Bitcoin was embarrassed by its multiplier impact. I think so. Definitely. That's where we are right now in this cycle. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, next week, or even next month, right? However, this would be roughly speaking the period in relation to the chart development. I just wanted to mention something that I touched on briefly in my last video. Therefore, I will keep this brief. A number of analysts have recently stated that, despite pullbacks on the XRP BTC chart, there is a trend to the upside. This is fascinating. A number of times, we have experienced lower lows. So yeah, as a result, we must maintain vigilance to determine its sustainability. However, that is the prediction that experts have made. And now all we have to do is wait for the Big Bang. When the analysts are here, we have no idea what we'll find when we wake up. As a result, we can't celebrate just yet. But it seems to be going well from that perspective. Do you agree? Without a doubt, I would state that Cryptus XRP, who analyzes charts, has written this post. Predicting the short-term XRP price on Sunday is usually entertaining. Following a retracement to 57 to 58 cents, he predicts a breakout. He is clearly an XRP bolt. Therefore, assuming, of course, that it drops that low, I believe Bitcoin will undoubtedly take the lead. But I can already feel the panic rising in some people's hearts because it seems like everyone is fixated on the XRP value in USD or whatever fiat currency you want. That makes sense, and I get it. However, as I mentioned before, the XRP BTC chart is the most important thing. The video ends there. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment with your opinions. Muchas gracias. Depart.